Fun fact number 169. I was supposed to post this yesterday, but yes, I didn't have a resolution, so I wanted to post it when I had the resolution, so I'm going to post it a day late. Then you'll get 2 posts in a row. Um, uh, I've talked about going to karaoke, and Friday after Thanksgiving, I went to karaoke Thursday night, and everything was fine. And then I went to but I think we took somebody else's car maybe. But then I drove down Friday night and I had friends that live in the neighborhood come with me. So we had a full car and the windows got really steamed up. And so I had the defrost on, but I was trying to drive down to karaoke. We can walk, but we decide to drive because then it gets late and then you're tired and you don't want to walk home. So, um, drove down and I rolled down my driver's side window. And before this, it had been making some noise that was weird. Sounded like there was rocks in the window or something. And but I rolled it down Friday night and it wouldn't roll. We get to the bar and I can't roll it back up. Right before we get to the bar and find a parking place, I can't roll it back up. And I go in the bar and I'm really concerned because I can't roll it back up and I'm distracted. And I go back out and I get a blanket from my trunk to cover the window just so it's covered and stuff isn't flying in and people don't just see, hey, let's get into that car or whatever. The window's down. And well, there was one time I walked out and all the windows were down, and my daughter keeps forgetting that her key fob is not my key fob, and she presses things on my key fob, and she thinks she's unlocking hers and rolling down the windows, and she rolls down mine. And got out one morning, and all the windows were rolled down, and my car was unlocked, and I'm like, how did that happen? And then I realized it had to be her, but so yeah, so the car window was so Fun Fact 169 is cars and things and fixes. And so I came home and one of the people that was with me said, hey, I fix cars. I can fix it for you. You can order the part tonight and I can probably fix it on Monday. And Sunday rolled around and I hadn't heard anything. So I texted and said, hey, are you still interested in fixing my car? I didn't. But actually, Saturday I texted and I'm like, are you still interested in fixing my car? Didn't hear anything. I texted again on Sunday and said, if you're up for it, I'd really like you to fix my window. Let me know how much, it's going to cost me, whatever, but please don't make it a lot. Yeah, we're getting Kitty Cooter interrupt us, which is okay. We'll just let him interrupt us. And then, or maybe not, maybe I should grab him. So I didn't hear from them. So I talked to another friend, the gentleman who had, I guess, on a hybrid car, the battery, not the hybrid battery, but the battery is in a different place. It's really hard to get to. I couldn't find it. My battery had died. I was in the middle of moving. It was a little less than a year ago, probably like 8 months ago when I was moving. And I went back to the place I had been living and was cleaning it and getting my cleaning supplies and a few last minute things that I left behind. And I was cleaning most of the day and it was like 3 o'clock. And I'm like, yeah, I really need lunch. I'm going to go get lunch. My car wouldn't start. I was really hungry. And I kept trying everything, and I called my daughter. My daughter came and tried to jump it. It still wouldn't start. And I don't even think we knew how to jump it. It was just like, it was crazy. And she finally just took me home. But one of my roommates had talked to another friend of ours, and he came and he replaced the battery, and I paid him for the battery, and I paid him quite a bit of money for him coming out and do it because he had to basically be a contortionist to get to the battery to replace it. But he did it like the next day. I mean, he went and picked up the battery, picked me up, went back to my old place, my car full of stuff, and it just, yeah, yeah, it was an ordeal. but I paid him a little bit more because it just meant so much to me. So I ended up calling him again. And he said, "Yeah, I'll order. Let me come look at it. Let me get the window back up for you. We'll just tape it up for now and see what parts I need to order and stuff like that." So he did that um, last last week, and then said he'd ordered the part. And so I've been trying. It was taped up at least, so I felt like I could go in town. But I decided not to go all the way to Santa Cruz for dance with the taped up window. I knew I couldn't do it. I had to skip that one Sunday because or my daughter drove me in her car, but I haven't been to dance for a while because of the window. And even with it, it was down, and even when it was taped up, I just didn't feel safe driving that far with the window that was just taped in. So I did drive around town, but I contacted him on Tuesday and I said, "Let me know when the part comes in and you're going to come over and fix the car, just so I can make appointments for other things or work or whatever." And he goes, "Well, I'll let you know. It should be a day or two." And then he contacted me later on Tuesday and said, um, "I got the part. I can come tomorrow at 10 a.m." So that kind of shifted everything. And then there was other things that happened, and I will do separate fun facts for those. But yeah, he came yesterday and and put the new motor in for the window, cleaned up the adhesive on the window, and I have a window now that goes up and down. So that and I had to every time I got in the car, I was like, "Don't roll down the window," now, because it won't roll down and it's taped in. But if you try to roll it down, it might go down and it won't go back up. So, that got fixed yesterday. I didn't have the money to pay for it. He just takes cash. I mean, I have a credit card, but, it's not doing too well either. But, there were some other things that happened, but I'm just talking about cars now. And my daughter ended up writing a check, because the motor was like 150 or 140, and we gave him 50 or $60 for doing it for us. So he made a little bit of money, not as much as the battery time, but still, he made some money. And she wrote the check for me because I haven't been working and things like that. So she paid for my new up and down window. And some things happened with her, but she was off on break for so that got resolved yesterday, and when it got resolved, I was supposed to do the fun fact and say, "Hey, my window wasn't going up and down, and now it is." So it did get resolved because I was like panicking. And then Tuesday, my daughter went to work, and she had a hard time starting her car, and I was trying to bring my car over to jumpstart her car, and her car. I couldn't find the battery to where I could jumpstart it, and you're not supposed to jumpstart other cars with my car because it's a hybrid. Blah 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 blah. And our neighbor that was going to fix my window was walking his dog early in the morning before going to work, and he goes, "You guys need help?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he brought his car over and jump started her car. She made it to work. Car didn't have problems starting on the way home. But yesterday, after my car got fixed, she was able to get to work, but she said she tried like 5 times to start her car when it finally started. And I said, "Honey, you need a new battery." So I helped her find a place on her way home she could stop and get a battery, told her how much it was, asked her to ask them to help her take out the old battery for recycling and put in the new battery for her. And she got that done last night. So car issues. I've had funky car issues. I think I talked about my Nissan Pathfinder where my husband hit a rock in the snow and bent the running board and underneath the car. Um, and when all the whole hoses blew on the Richmond San Rafael Bridge, all the hoses just went pop right in the middle of the bridge, and I had steam coming over the car, and there was nowhere to pull over. And let me think. Oh. what was the other, the Nissan Pathfinder before we got our new cars when we moved here. Um, we had to put gas in the car and guess we had to guess, we had to do it by miles because the gas gauge stopped working. Then other stuff stopped working on the dash, not everything. And then we had the check engine light, and I was supposed to register it, and we traded it in and got two new vehicles. Because, well, not with the car, but with some money that I got from selling the old house. But been hard starting over, especially when the things that were yours and you haven't been really taken care of for like 15 years. And the priority was already always somebody else. Um, Starting over from like a negative position and then trying to rebuild your life is really hard. The car issues was what I was talking about. And she got her new battery and she went to work this morning and she's fine. So, car issues. Tell me about some of your car issues. I've never, I mean, I'm old and I've never had a problem with a car window going up and down. And so I was like shocked. I mean, I've had all the hoses blown, I've had the gas gauge issue, I've had the repetitive flat tire and finding and getting new tire and changing the tire and the flat tire where I had to get all new wheels all new tires the other day. Luckily they took a credit card, but yeah, and I don't have roadside service, and somebody stopped and helped me, that whole thing. I had that, but I had the flat tire on the Hyundai as well, and I kept changing it out and airing it up and fixing it and got a new tire, and then found out it was the rim, and I needed a new rim because the rim was leaking. So I've been through a lot of car issues, but I've never had the window not be able to roll up or yeah. So that was new for me. But tell me about any car issues that were unique that you went, what is going on? And oh, how do you fix this? And I still have the maintenance agreement. I think I still have like 7 oil changes left and things like that. But yeah, I have good friends who know cars that can help me and not charge me a lot. So, um, hope you have friends like that. Tell me about your car issues in the comments. This was Fun Fact 169. Ciao, fella.